be with me so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's snow, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay.
Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, Caps. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on second down, Caps. He'll drop this underneath for Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the gun, Caps. Going up top for Miller. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Caps, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Love, they go play action now. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Operating from the gun. Caps. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
First down.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Caps. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Caps. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 3rd down, Caps. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Caps. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And 2 at the 40-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Caps. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Check, 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 check.
2nd down, Love. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This time with Love. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They run out of the gun with Swift, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Desmond King.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now a second down throw for Love here. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
8 yards to go.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Working out of the gun. Love. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
24.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll run with Swift. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. One more time with Swift. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score, Packers 7, Buccaneers 2.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Caps. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun. Caps. And Jones has it over the middle. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
3 at the 44-yard line.
Check 52. Slam, slam, slam. Kill. Hey, turn. Go. Check 31.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Caps. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain
on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 20.
Off the play fake. Caps. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
To throw on 3rd down. Caps. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Score Buccaneers 10, Packers 7.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Love now on second down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. First down, going to the air with Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's second and inches.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Jones. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 20-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Third and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
First down.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. This is Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Kenny Clark.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
This call down near the goal line. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Packers' 4-yard line.
Now Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Caps, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Love from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down. Caps. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Caps looking downfield for Godwin. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Love. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And the Packer
out of the shotgun. It's Love. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love is going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run it with Jones. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, Caps. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Operating from the gun, Caps. And he finds Howard complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Off play action. Caps. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On first down, it's Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looks like he'll throw here. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
At the 6-yard line.
On the ground they go with the running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Buccaneers, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.